SAS interview question and answer, question number 87. This is a SAS sample project 2. In this project, we use live data. Data set name is order underscore data. Our task, suppose you are having live data, orders are coming from different countries. Write a macro to split this master data into smaller data sets depending on the unique values of each country. That means our task is to write a macro code to split master data into smaller data set depending on the unique value of each countries. To go through the step-by-step process to continue our task, let me go through the SAS window, then follow the step-by-step process. This is SAS window. This is the project 2. Here is our task. We are going to create a macro code that splits master data into different data sets according to country name. Live data can be in Teradata, in Oracle database, in SQL Server, and so on. There is a video series, that is the import-export series, which explains how to import data from different database into SAS. I will provide video link to the description section. In this current task, our dataset name is order underscore data, which is SAS dataset. First of all, we have to identify the location of SAS dataset. Our dataset name is order underscore data. This is the dataset name. First of all, identify folder path. Go to right click, properties, and copy this folder path. Let me copy. And first of all, use live name method. Assign live name. Live name, suppose the live name is live data. And we provide here live name, live data, and folder path. Let me run this live name first. Live name, live data successfully assigned. Let me go to the second step. Second step is checking variables and variable type as well as data. To check the variables and variable type, we use proc content procedure. Proc content data. We have used here live name, live data. Data set name is order underscore data. And we use option, var num option, so that it will display variable name according to as mentioned in SAS dataset. Then run. Let me run second set of code. This is our result. That means it has 10,786 records and 14 variables. Variable names are given here. Among these 14 variables, 6 variables are character and 8 variables are numeric. In this variable list, we have to identify which variable indicates unique identifier for the country. Here we have customer underscore country. It identifies different countries. And similarly here, country underscore name. These two variables are uniquely identifier variables. From these two variables, country name is useful because country name indicates the name of the different country. It is better to use country name to uniquely identify the country. Before going through the process, first of all, let me check the data. Let me copy given dataset, that is the order underscore data, to a new dataset, current underscore data, data, live data dot current data. I'm using here previous dataset and run. Let me run this piece of code. Now data has copied to new dataset. Its name is current underscore data. We are going to check variable country underscore name, because country underscore name indicates that it is uniquely identifier for the different country. But when we use country underscore name as a uniquely identifier, it will create problem if there is a space between the name. Like for example here, United space Arab space Emirates. Because in our going further macro code, we are going to use country underscore name as a macro variable value, so that if there is a space, it will create a problem. That's why we have to remove space between the name by underscore by writing a simple set of code. Let me go through the code and use certain character function here. Country underscore name. We use here translate function. Translate function with trim function, country name, where we are going to replace by underscore if there is space. This one line of code, it will change space by underscore in between the name. Let me run this set of code and observe the result. Now space has changed by underscore. Now it is okay to use country underscore name as a value of macro variable. Let me go back to the code and go to the third step here. Third step is we are going to check number of records by country. This is optional step. Just to identify how many records are there, we are going to check records by country. Then we use here procSQL, select statement, select, country name, and we are going to count records from this table. But in this case, we are going to use current data. And group by country underscore name. Let me run this code and observe the result. This is the result obtained from our code. We have record count and country name. As I already mentioned, this is the optional step. Then fourth step is creating macro variable where we can use country underscore name as a macro variable value. To create the macro variable, we use your proc SQL select into clause. Proc SQL select distinct country name into we use as a macro variable name. Variable name is country code, and it starts from number 1 to how many number it has, distinct value. From observation, that is the from result here, dataset we use live data dot current underscore data. And quit. Next one is we are going to check how many distinct values are there. To check how many distinct value, we use percent put number of distinct country that equals to here ampersand SQL OBS. That indicates the total number of distinct country name. Let me run this fourth set of code. This is the country name list. Then how many countries are here? Total 29. That's the distinct value. And finally, this is country underscore code 1 to country underscore 29. Its value goes from 1 to 29. And value of macro variable country underscore 1 is, let me see from here, Australia. 2 is Austria. 3 Belgium. 4th Canada, and so on. Now last step. We are going to create macro so that it can split master dataset into number of dataset according to country name. To start this process, let me go through the macro, %macro, and macro name is suppose is a company. And next we have to create another macro variable I, because its value starts from 1 and ends with 29. That's why %do value of I equals to 1, %2 total value is ampersand SQL OBS. That means it starts with value 1 to 29. Let me create the new dataset name. Dataset name is double ampersand. We use a country name, country code, ampersand I. Set we use here same dataset, that means current underscore data. Live data dot current underscore data. where we use condition. The condition is country underscore name equals to here double ampersand, full ampersand, and country code, ampersand I. Wrong. And we have to end this do loop, percent end macro, percent m end company, and finally we recall macro, percent company. In this code we use here double ampersand because when value of the I starts with 1, when I equals to 1, then first iteration double ampersand resolves to single ampersand. It becomes ampersand country underscore code. At the same time, first iteration ampersand I resolves to 1. Now we have ampersand country underscore 1. Ampersand country underscore 1 resolves to first country. The first country means its name is Australia. Similarly, when I equals to 2, then double ampersand resolves to single ampersand. It becomes ampersand country underscore, this value ampersand I resolves to 2. It becomes ampersand country underscore code 2, and its value resolves to value of Austria. In this way, it creates the different dataset according to country name. Let me run this code and observe the result. Now we have number of dataset according to country name. That means this macro has splitted master data into different country name. Let me check those data set in work library. Let me go through the work library here. This is the work library. And we have here number of data set according to country name. That means master data set has split it into different data set according to country name. In this way, we can split master data set by using macro code into different data set according to uniquely identifier country name. That's all about question number 87. Thank you.